Very first time in Spain, yeah.
First time. Do you like it?
Love it, yeah. We had
Fans receive you.
really, really awesome. We had 2 really, really great shows, and the fans were absolutely amazing. It's really cool that we can come all the way over. I think the whole fact that we're doing a European tour is still kind of like a shock, because we're from the U.S. So the fact that we can come over here and like sell out shows, like, is really, really cool, and we're having really, really fun doing it.
Yeah.
Totally.
I like it.
As far as me personally, like, just simply like just live life and have fun, and try not to take yourself too seriously. Ross is usually gonna have something for that.
All of our songs have different meanings. So depending on the song, I mean, we're giving out different advice. But for instance, like our single "Loud" is that our single here? "Loud."
Yes.
Yeah. So for our single "Loud," it has 3 multiple meanings. So one of the meaning is basically to just stand up for what you believe in and to be loud for what you care for. Because if you're not, then you're never gonna accomplish it, or it's never gonna be relevant in your life, really. And then like a song like "Cali Girls" is just basically to have a good life and just to enjoy every second of it and just do whatever you think is fun. So it's all very like self-motivational, uplifting, and happy, and it's just to encourage people to live their lives to the fullest.
To the fullest, as in
Well said.
to do what they want to do, or with limits.
I think you should do just what you want to do. I mean, I don't agree with an office job or going to work every day. That's part of the reason why I'm a musician.
Unless that's like what you want to do, like by all means. But,
Absolutely.
Like, for most people, usually people don't want to.
Absolutely, but you know what they say: if you love what you do, then you never work a day in your life. And I think that's what everyone should try to reach for. But everyone has dreams, and I think you should go for them.
That's good. And another question. You guys are a pretty young band.
Yeah.
And around what age?
I'm 18 and I'm the youngest.
I'm 20.
20?
I'm 19. I'm 22. I'm the oldest. She's also 20.
20.
Yeah. So we're all none of us are minors anymore. But we've been a band for about 5 years.
And who inspires you guys to write the music, to sing, to?
It kind of, we all have different, artists that we look up to, but collectively as a band, we all like, obviously the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, all the classic acts, Michael Jackson, all the people that have really, done awesome things as an artist. But for me personally, I really like Pharrell. Just because he's a great producer and he's had tons of hits this last year, and he's a great writer, and I think he's done a great job. Do you like anybody in particular?
Yeah, I would just add U2 to the bunch. But as far as the reason why we do what we do, it's just because we just love music and we love performing. It's not like we were inspired to try to change the world or anything like that. It was just a matter of we have so much fun doing this, and the reaction that we get with the fans is absolutely amazing.
But as far as writing inspiration, I mean, it can come from anywhere. It could come from this interview. A lot of times comes from girls.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, love. Anything about love, really. But yeah.
In the States, you guys have grown rapidly.
Yeah.
Very rapidly.
A lot of touring in the States. Played a lot of shows. Yeah.
How many have you guys had?
Just recently we did a 50 cities North American tour, just around there, almost completely sold out, which was amazing. But
close to
150 shows.
We played 200 to 300, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Played so many shows.
But that's
Oh,
I
US?
think
I'm
I think
talking
that's the
worldwide.
reason.
Worldwide,
Every
yeah.
show.
Yeah, but I think that's the reason why especially in the U.S. that we're sort of grasping fans, especially because we're a lot of R5 is we say that you don't really understand our music until you see us live, and so we think that's a really strong aspect of us, and since we've done so many shows and so many people have seen it, I think that's how we sort of grab the audience.
Hey. And are you guys shocked of the rapid growth?
Well, it hasn't been too rapid in the first place to us because we've been kind of working at it for years and years. But I mean, any substantial growth that enables us to play in like arena in Puerto Rico or in Canada
or even
like
coming to Spain and playing to 1,000 people. That's that's crazy because we've never been here before. So that's definitely a shock.
It's like all of that kind of growth is just unbelievable. It's like. I never thought it was gonna, I never thought about that kind of thing, and now it's happening. I'm like, wow, it's really cool.
And it's your first CD out, no?
Yeah.
I guess we released our self-released EP back in like 2010. That was just like of the first 5 songs we ever wrote, literally. And then after that, we did a smaller EP that went out in the U.S. only before the whole album came out. But the EP that is out here now, which is the Spanish edition of Louder EP1. So that's like the first half of the album.
And what kind of songs are we gonna find in the CD?
All of them are on this EP are pretty high energy. Like Cali Girls is high energy, Loud is high energy. They're different tempos, they're different types of like energetic songs. Like Cali Girls is more of like the kind of faster driving down driving in your car song, and like Loud is the one that you like. It's almost like you're like leading a march or something.
It's the anthemic song. It's like
it's like you're about to go skydiving and you're like listen to the song and you like jump out of an airplane.
But we like to say that Louder is sums up our teenage years and it basically is our transition album into further albums for longevity, I guess.
And
that made no sense.
Of the group?
Sorry, what?
Who composes it?
Well, Rocky musically is like that's what he likes to do.
I love producing for some reason.
Yeah, and then but as much as like putting the songs together lyrically, structure-wise, we kind of all take part different times depending on the day.
Yeah. It also depends on who starts the song as well. Like sometimes like I'll have something going, so I'll be like, yo, check this out, and then I'll like bring it to the guys. It all just depends. But I'd say Rocky's the primary composer.
My favorite song
of our 5, I mean on the album or in general?
Of the album.
Okay, cool.
my favorite song on Loud EP1 is I Want You Bad because it's awesome.
I like Loud because of the percussion and the marching instruments and stuff like that.
I like Cali Girls because it's one of the older R5 songs. It's actually one of the songs that we wrote years and years before the album was even written. So that's really cool that such an old R5 song could be on the new album.
Yeah, Cali Girl is definitely for me too, for pretty much the same exact reason. It's just an old song.
And all the like old fans like, know it, and they all like are like proud of it because it made it on the album. And
totally.
Things like that.
Totally.
Yeah, that's really cool. My favorite is Forget About You. It's just when we've played it through after it was all finished, I just felt like it was a really strong song, and I was really just satisfied with the way everything turned out. I was really, really proud of it.
Could you tell us what plays what? Who plays the drums? Who plays?
Yes.
I play bass.
I play lead guitar.
Rhythm guitar.
I'm the drummer.
I play keys.
The keys. And well, you guys are such a close group. Are you scared of fights? Have you guys had fights in the past?
Well, like you said, we're a really close group, so we don't really have too many fights, honestly.
Yeah. Right. I mean, the most fights we'll have is a disagreement on music, which often happens, but they're quickly resolved. And if we have an argument before the show, it's always resolved on stage. Like I've never played a show and held a grudge against any of them. Even if we had the biggest fight ever, we'll get on stage and it'll be resolved instantly.
So that's
it's so weird.
Power.
The biggest fight was probably about chips or something.
Yeah.
The music brings us together. Totally.
Definitely.
What do you think of the Spanish fans?
I think they're awesome. Yeah, we've played 2 shows and there's been a whole lot of them, and both sold out. Really? They were sold out? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know that. So both shows sold out in Spain, and I think they understand that we need them just as much as us to put on a good concert. We dwell off their energy, and they definitely had it.
You guys have a concert tonight?
No, not tonight. We're flying to Paris tonight.
To Paris tonight. Mm-hmm.
How was yesterday's concert?
Yesterday's concert was great. I'm currently getting over a bit of a cold, a bit of a chest cold. So I think that now that I'm getting over it, I can finally sing like as strong as I could before I had the cold. So that's really like, I just feel so much better.
And I feel like last night they were very responsive. Like sometimes we will try to get them to jump and go crazy. And last night was one of the nights where I was like, I told them to jump and they all were like, hell yeah! They all like jumped and we went crazy. Yeah, it was perfect.
It was good. Yeah.
Are you guys counting on coming back to Spain?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, we love Spain. I just hope next time we have more time to explore a little bit, see a little more. Last night a fan was telling me that Madrid has crazy nightlife. She was like, "You guys should go out," and I was like, "Oh, I can't. Gotta work tomorrow." But that was funny.
Okay.
How were your emotions with the meet and greet, watching all these girls crying and screaming for you?
That's always really interesting. I always like to make that personal connection with the fans, though. Like give them a hug, do the whole double kiss thing. That's always really fun because it's kind of like the Spanish tradition. No, but it's always very interesting just to kind of like talk to the fans that know you and admire you so much, and you don't even know their name until you meet them. So it's just a very interesting thing. I don't really know how to describe it. You got anything?
I agree with you.
Yeah, it's definitely a really strong connection, and we all know that they're there even if we haven't met them. But it's just we love the fans, and we're super glad that they're there because we wouldn't be here.
Okay, and then one more question. I think you have a special connection or link with the Japanese culture. I mean, for example, some of the videos like "Forget About You" is the Japanese ambience. What could you tell us about it?
That kind of
special link with them?
Well, that kind of happened just because the video in Japan it happened just kind of by accident.
We basically ran out of time. Yeah. We were like, we need a video. We have no time to shoot it. What can we do? And they were like, well, why don't you shoot it in Japan? And it kind of worked about the whole synopsis of the video because we wanted to have like, the song is basically about forgetting everything except for the girl. So it kind of worked in that we could like wake up in a foreign land as well and be like, what happened last night?
And it worked because we were already going there for press, so that's why we had an open day to shoot it. Otherwise, we would have had to fly back to California and only have like only one day to shoot it rather than two.
And
so
that was a cold night, let me tell you.
Dude, it was so cold in Japan. It was crazy. Like the weirdest things.
And it didn't look cold. Like the sun was out,
Yeah, it wasn't raining
or anything. It was just cold.
It was just freezing. But I'm really happy with how the video turned out.
Me too. I think it's this video we had the best execution of all our videos because we write up the treatment and we send it out and we try to get a director that's cooperative and wants to work with us because we're very involved with everything R5. And I feel like that was the best execution of a treatment that we've had so far. Yeah.
What's the most
weirdest thing?
Weirdest, yeah.
Oh, the weirdest thing?
Weirdest thing that's happened to you guys.
We've been stage bombed. That was really interesting because the security at the venue was really tight, and the girls ran on stage, and it was like really weird because you'd think that they'd be good because they were tight at the venue, but they were just like, oh, they must know that's really cool. Huh.
Yeah, they thought it was part of the show. And they were like, no.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, it was really funny. There's lots of weird things happen on the road though. You guys got anything?
We were at this one show and we were doing a signing after the show, and this mom came up to Ross. She was like, "Spit out your gum."
I was like
in my hand. She was like, "I know it's weird, but just give it to me." And it was really weird. We were like, "What?"
That was weird.
Yeah. I think the weirdest thing is just always just trying to figure out how we're gonna fit into some of the dressing rooms that are there, because sometimes they're really tiny and we're all like squished in it. It's really fun though. It's good times. Remember the one in Paris where it's like just that hall and we had to just stay back there because there's only one entrance to the venue. Sometimes we can hang out and like if we have a tour bus, sometimes we hang out in the bus and then we come in. Yeah, it's good times though. It's always fun to